Yeah, I mean, we got to be better. I mean, I'll start by saying that they fouled the shit out of Kevin Durant all night. Yeah, whether he has the ball, okay, and he's getting stripped three or four, maybe five times, okay, and every time he tries to get open, he's being held. Which is something I really want the league to look at. Um, but that's where it starts with the turnover problems. But we've had issues with it throughout the year. And this team's number one in the league in forcing turnovers. We didn't handle their pressure well enough, and their length, and recognizing their length when we try to touch the paint. So it was costly.
One of the big run there, like led to that. Was it just a matter of not turning it over?
Yeah, we stopped fouling. We stopped forcing. I think I was trying to so hard to get Kev involved. And sometimes you know uh we can try to force the action rather than just let the game come. When we started just opening things up, play spread pick and roll, let the blender happen, let the ball start moving around. That's when that was the best way tonight to get Kev free, because obviously they were grabbing and holding, and then they were double teaming every one of his touches. If it came out pick and roll, came out, got the ball in the post or ISO situation, they came right away. So that was the best way to get him free. And I don't credit Bradley Beal during that stretch. He was exceptional touching the paint, and then Saban came in and kind of played the same role. When we had to take Brad out, but playing without fouling on the other end, and not taking the ball out of the net, or starting at the free throw line.
Probably have to get that balance, the range, you got it going, take it out. You calculate minutes in your head. Okay, I think I got four more. If I need to take it out and put it back in later.
Yeah, it's one of my least favorite things to do as a coach, is to coach a star player through minutes restriction. Because he wants to be out there. I want him to be out there. We have to be mindful, that he doesn't. What we do. If we do anything irresponsible, then that costs us 2 or 3 more weeks. Like, you don't want to do that. Like, I'm not mad at the restriction. I think it's the right thing to do, but it's very frustrating to coach through. There's a portal. You enter the clips into that, and there's a text process, where you text a review after each game. You put it in there, and you can have phone call. You have phone calls with some of the league officials as well.
Stretch where the Thunder kind of made their run in the fourth quarter. You had to bring Brad and Barry out at the same time. So that just kind of byproduct of working minutes.
Fresh bodies, yeah. I mean, minutes restriction with Brad for sure, and then keeping her fresh. He looked like he was out of gas.
His career high for himself.
Incredible. I mean, the loss aside, if you just look at a 31 rebound night at any point in the NBA history, honestly, is just an incredible performance. Obviously, the best in Phoenix Suns history. He is a beast on the defensive board. I think he's the best defensive rebounder in the game, and when he gets a lot of offense rebounds like he did tonight. The home grid matchup is one that is very challenging to defend because of his offensive skill set. But at least at this point, early in his career or early in their tenure, we felt like we could hurt them on the boards, and we wound Nurk up, and he was exceptional there.
Put in perspective that Wilt averaged 30 rebounds in the season. It's pretty amazing.
And Wilt's in his own class.
How encouraging was it to see Brad giving you guys that downhill presence, that slashing presence all night?
Man, we have missed it. I mean, he's so dynamic touching the paint, and he was great. Shooting the basketball from the perimeter, really creating the chain reactions that puts us at our best. Takes best advantage of the shooting that we have on the floor. So he keeps getting a little bit stronger. Last night, tonight. Hopefully, we can play him even more against Denver.
Being encouraged this team as a whole, just to see the offense reach those heights without Book, how well.
Oh, for sure. I mean, you put Devin Booker out there. I mean, everybody can see how good we can be if we're whole.
Coaching this team and the peaks and valleys. Okay, there's a stretch of guys just not in it. Then all of a sudden, find it going as a coach. How do you balance not getting frustrated with that, but then knowing that what you got capable of doing and not doing that in certain stretches?
Yeah, I mean, you stay positive, but every group I've ever coached needs to be challenged. You know what I mean? So, you see the guys challenging themselves which was great to, to see tonight. Our guys were, leading from the bench, when we were having stretches where we weren't playing at our best. And then, I've got to challenge them as well, which happened as well. We start the game strong. We know what we're capable of against that group. Okay, we go through some lulls, and when you see them not playing at their best, you got to wind them up.
Like, they'll get after talking to the
Sure, we're all in this fight together.
Frank, what has David and Roddy shown you in practices so far, and what do you think of his couple minutes tonight?
Tough-minded dude. I was excited to see him out there in some meaningful minutes. We know he's a developing shooter, but we have confidence in his shot. And he's guarded some of the best guys. He was a rotational player in the playoffs for Memphis last year. So he's somebody that can help us.
I'm wondering about Jalen, what he's done for the past 2 times he played. What is it? Kind of thing that breaks the table that's so hard to stop.
Shot making, first and foremost, and always, right? If you're going to ISO him, he can rise up. You can get to the basket off the bounce. You can play him in pick and roll. You can play him off pin downs. And, he's a great backside attacker when Shea gets his double teams.
like Josh played scratch, what's going on? I know it's the hip. There's something bothering him.
Yeah, it's something he felt a little bit this morning. Didn't think it was going to be a problem until he started pregame shooting, and it was really grabbing him, and it was clear he couldn't go.
Yesterday, last one, it said that the turnovers were an effect of extra passes. You said that kind of tonight where they were throwing the ball into the stands and people were in position. Is there a problem here where people knowing where they're supposed to be on the floor, and so balls are going to spots and nobody's there?
No, we just got to make better passes.